What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. SPK, come on, kick the beat. Guys, yesterday I dropped a video that I knew was kind of controversial, especially for the African American community. And the video was titled, Sha'Carri Richardson likes tweets that humiliate Jamaican sisters, and she needs to apologize. Now, many African Americans, such as myself, and I am a proud African American, and I want to stop the show right here and say, I thank you, brothers and sisters, for what you've done for me. I've been out of the country for 6 years, and my people have supported me. You brothers, especially in the manosphere, you guys are the reason why I am where I am today. I know I might talk trash to you guys sometimes, but if it wasn't for the African American community, I would not be where I'm at. But with that being said, and although I'm grateful to you, I gotta be honest with some things that we're missing out as a community. When I moved to Poland, I was no longer in the African American community. I was then living around brothers who were from Nigeria, like Brother Nee at Big Bay, and we threw one of the first Nigerian Independence Day parties and conferences here in my city in Poland. I was around people from Zimbabwe, people from Ethiopia, and I was like maybe the one only African American in the city. And I found out real quick that the other people who looked at me didn't care that I was from America. What they cared about was that I was black.
Similar to the one day later, it's slush. You can't get out of the drive.
And what they could discern when they saw a group of us walking down the street was that I was not like them. I was like the others. And then when I even went to Africa and started my Kanganda YouTube channel, and you guys get the celebrity junks every day, I was working with a team of people that's from, Uganda and Kenya. And I had to depend on the services and the relationships that I built with non-African Americans, continental Africans, Africans that are first born here in Europe. That's who my new family became, okay? And I want to show the screenshots of some of these comments you brothers left from either Jamaican side or the American side. I understand that there's been some discrepancies in our communities. The Jamaicans and the Caribbeans are on this side sometimes. The Africans and Nigerians are on that side sometimes. The Ivory Coast and Kenyans and stuff, they're on that side, and the African Americans on this side. And sometimes there's intermingling depending on what city you live in, like if you're in New York or Philadelphia. But it can be a lot of division, I get that. But this whole back and forth Twitter war and this kind of whole diaspora war on the internet and in person, and I've played a part of that sometimes in my earlier work here. The situation is we're all missing out on the great opportunity. We're missing out on the opportunity to help each other, to love each other. Because genetically, many of us are the same people. Our great grandfathers and whoever else were the same people. And when we sit around all the time talking about Jamaica is this and African American community is that, and whatever. And I understand that African Americans opened up a lot of doors for people of all ethnicities in the black world. I get that. So have the Jamaicans. Okay, we've all positively contributed to each other. And when we have this division and shit like this, we're not helping each other. We're hurting each other. Now for a diaspora that's small like Jamaica, they're a talented diaspora. But when you have I think it's like less than 5 million Jamaicans or 6 million Jamaicans, that's one of the most talented people in the world, right? But they don't benefit from having a beef with the black community in America. We're like 40 million deep, right? We have a larger economy than them, a bigger group than them. Does that make sense for them to want to beef with us? No, right? Just like us, we're 40 million, but the Nigerian community diaspora is like 220 million. Does it make sense for us to want to beef with them or have problems with them? No, it doesn't. Okay, we leave opportunities on the table when we do stupid stuff like that. And the only people that benefit are the others. Like, I'm in Africa all the time, and I'm seeing the Chinese people, the Chin Electrics, and these are real companies, right? Like, if you go to Uganda, you always see them, Chin T Electric, I believe that's the name of the company. You see them with their bulldozers in there. And the reason why they're doing it is because we're online having these diaspora wars. We have just as much money as a collective community. We have just as much influence as a collective community, but we don't benefit off of it because we're talking about things that are stupid. And for you to really see it my way, you have to understand my accomplishments that I've done since I've been out of the African-American community have been largely with people who are not black, as far as the guys who produce for my channel, as far as the things I've gotten done. But then the African-American community and the African community, I've been benefiting from both sets of people. I've been benefiting from some of my Caribbean subscribers, some of the brothers that are in the UK, you know, the brothers that are in Africa, that are in London, like shout out to brother Falcon Black MGTOW, Falcon Black, right? That's a brother out of London. I've done a show with him. He's a brother, man, that's from London. If I ever saw the brother, man, I would do anything for him. I've never met him, but he's been so loyal to me. Can I not say that he's not a good brother to me? And we miss this opportunity when we start doing this stuff. It's okay to have some jokes here and there, but I don't even want to even play like that anymore for the most part. And I'm a person who roasts everybody. You know, I really do. And, but it's dumb, right? It's dumb. We leave so much opportunity on the table when the groups fight, okay? When the groups fight, we miss out on talent. And I know this firsthand because most of the stuff that you see every day in Stop the Show, SPK, who's editing this video, is currently in Africa. And he's there largely because of what Africans are helping me do here on this channel, right?
Oh, come on, don't be like that. Don't be shy. I don't bite.
No, I'm comfortable here.
Are you really going to do this?
So it's opening opportunities for African Americans, for other people. And I don't understand if we don't get this. And I think that this little diaspora war and the Sha'Carri Richardson stuff and going back and forth, we're hurting nobody but ourselves, okay? We need to realize that certain groups of people do certain things. We all bring something different to the table. And we can just leave it at that. Instead of being, you know, well, I'm FBA and ADOS and you're non-FBA ADOS and ADOS. And like, what do you get from that? At the end of the day, you know, and I used to be a guy that was like, you know, quite controversial about African immigration, but I found out like, yo, I don't own America. Okay. America's not going to do anything special for me, you know, so I don't own that. Similarly, I mean, like Jamaicans have a country, right? But a lot of times their leadership is handpicked by the whites too, you know? So until we understand that we're not pulling the strings here on a lot of stuff, what is it worth fighting? I don't have an America to let you in or let you out of. Right? I just don't. The only things that I can do is control on what goes on with my community, within my family, and things like that. The opportunities, if you guys go to my King Ghana channel and check it out, look at the agribusiness opportunities that are in Africa. The things that are happening in Africa. You just have a bigger world to choose from. You know, when you're dealing with the whole Pan-African community, you're dealing with everything. You're dealing with much more opportunities, much more vast stuff, much more connections. And when you're sitting around fighting about, oh, that person's Jamaican, oh, that person's Trinidadian, oh, that person's Nigerian, it gets dumb. It's really stupid, right? All of our people are beautiful. Now, I am an African American and I'm very proud to be that, and I would never change that for anybody, right? But at the same time, am I gonna neglect the contributions of Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey, although I had some criticisms of him before? No, I can't do that, right? Stokely Carmichael, I mean, Malcolm X came from a parent that came from the Caribbean. I can't do that. It doesn't make any sense. You know, these are still our people, right? And we have to have some pride in us as blacks, as a whole black global community, to just like let some of the bullshit go. Because, you know, one of the things is, I would say about black men in America, if we had more opportunities, we would be able to protect our community more. If we had more dealings in the global black community, we would be able to have more money to do things for our children, our women. But we're very limited because we're doing limited stuff. We're doing limited BS, and we owe it to ourselves because our people fought for so long. Malcolm X, Kwame Nkrumah, many of the blacks fought so long for us, Marcus Garvey, to work together. And now we have the opportunity to work together, and many of us are just around fighting. And it's so dumb. So family, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Celebrity Jump. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.